Hello, I'm Adrienne, and one thing that I do have people that ask me about, pretty often when they're starting to open their intuition, is that sometimes when the third eye starts to open, people will oftentimes be a little overwhelmed by what they see and how much they see at first. Sometimes they might start to see people who've crossed over. Sometimes they might start to see things from the nature kingdom, fairies and things of that. And occasionally they might see angels and all kinds of different things. Sometimes what people see when they first open to intuition can be not always that pleasant, because you're opening up first and foremost. Usually when the third eye first starts to open up, the very first realm around us is the aura and the astral realm, the astral world. And in the astral world, there is the devas, the fairies, the tree spirits, all of those, which are, can be kind of cool to see. But then there's also spirits who have crossed over, sometimes discarnates and elemental life force energies, as well as occasionally you might see entities and things that come in. So when somebody's first opening their intuition, one thing that I would recommend them to do, if they're either proactively trying to open their intuition or it just randomly happens for whatever reason, things can kind of trigger that, is to begin qualifying their energy. And one of the easier ways to shift your energy, the astral realm, the astral world tends to be a lot in our lower mental body, our thought forms, our emotional body, our unconscious. And you can shift from dimension to dimension of what you want to see by doing some deep breathing, rhythmic breathing. What you do is you want to drop into your heart. So when you shift to your heart frequency, you go more to a soul level. And in the soul body, you're going to see more things like angelic beings, ascended masters, higher guides, your tribes of light. It allows you to kind of shift gears a little bit so that what you're doing and what you're becoming aware of is more based in that frequency of unconditional love and divine love, and it just raises the vibration. So like I said, we live in the physical world. In the physical world, it's like we live worlds within worlds, basically. So like we're in human form and we have a three-dimensional reality, but then, an octave, kind of right above us is the ascended masters and some of the angels. And then you get into other octaves in the earth energy field. Like I said, the crystals and Middle Earth and the fairy kingdom, and then somewhere in there there's like this gray zone of entities, elemental life force energies, discarnates, spirits that have passed over, negativity, human effluvia, thought forms, emotions and things like that. So to shift frequencies, you want to really start moving more into the heart space, which has a kind of its own purifying effect to it. And you just begin by breathing in and breathing out. I'm breathing in to my heart chakra, and I'm breathing out. And you'll find that what it does is it manually begins to open the door to your heart. And once it manually opens the door to your heart center, your heart actually has its own sort of intellectual system to it. And you'll start seeing things more from a loving space, and it qualifies it. And so if you were tuning like a radio station, you're tuning it more to the heart frequency and beings that vibrate within that element of energy, that vibrational resonance of the heart. You can also continue to go upward, like let's say to some of the higher chakras, or even like the 6th or 7th chakra. And again, if you're breathing through your heart, it's like your foundation. And then let's say you want to tune into other realms, other dimensions. Maybe you want to soul travel into ascended master retreats, things like that. You can, again, kind of shift the radio dial, and you're sort of telling yourself what you want to tune into. So for some people, their gift literally is talking to people who've crossed over, and so they train their inner listening, their clairaudient, their inner vision, their clairvoyance, their clairsentient, their ability to know without knowing how they know, their heart's wisdom. they'll start tuning it to exactly what they want. So a lot of times when a person's intuition opened up, they're not really thinking about anything in particular, just all of a sudden their intuition opens up. And a lot of times the reference point is going to be where you sort of left off. Like children usually do have highly developed intuitions, but for whatever reason, something scares them, or they get the idea, they get the impression they should shut it down. So let's say you're in your 30s or your 40s, your 50s, whatever, and you start to open up your intuition again and it opens up. Sometimes it will kind of be in that moment at the level of intuition you had when you were younger, and whatever caused you to shut down your intuition is the realm that you're sort of kind of stuck in on your intuition. And so again, all you have to do is requalify it. You're having compassion with yourself, you're breathing in, knowing that there's worlds within worlds, and it's okay that all those other things are out there, that some of them may not be so pleasant and a lot really are, right? So you say, once you tune into your intuition, you realize it's opened up just randomly or whatever, is I want to start tuning into my tribe of light. I want to start tuning into the angelic realm, or the ascended masters, or a specific ascended master, or a specific angel, and start creating a relationship with that. So that helps to qualify quite a lot, and realizing that you do have creative choice. You are at choice about what you let into your energy field. And if you find that you're getting unnerved or afraid for any reason as you're tuning into your intuition, you just want to start breathing through your heart. And I would recommend just tuning in and calling forth to your own higher presence, divine presence, I am presence, however you want to say it, to qualify the energy for you. So I'm calling forth to my own divine presence to please qualify the energy of my intuition, my third eye, my empathy, my ability to feel all that I'm feeling. Because it can be the same thing with people who open up all of a sudden, and their emotional body just all of a sudden opens up, and they're feeling what everybody feels. So sometimes people clairvoyantly open up and they start seeing things. Sometimes people emotionally open up and start feeling all kinds of things. And again, both of that can be overwhelming. So breathing through your heart is going to center yourself and ground you. Call into your own higher presence to overlight you and to show you really what's in your highest interest to see, and to help govern it for you. And then you might want to call forth either your tribe of light, which is always with you, or a specific type of angel or ascended master or higher guide that you have an affinity for, to come in and to please help train you with your intuition. Your soul, higher self, cosmic Christ presence, that aspect of you can train you, but sometimes having an angel or an ascended master is just a really nice presence to have. So that's what I would suggest for anybody whose intuition, either visually or emotionally or psychically, has started to open, is to qualify the energy and to begin raising the vibrational resonance of what you're choosing to see. So I hope that was helpful, and hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.